What's going on, guys? Fabled here, back with another video, and today's story time, it was about the time I greened out and even passed out at my job in front of my manager. It's a crazy one, and let's get right into it. Now, this story takes place last summer at the same water park as the shroom video because I actually used to work there as a lifeguard. Now, the daily schedule for this was wake up, go to work, see what rotation they have me on, go do that rotation, take a break, and do it all over again. On this day specifically though, I had quit Nick like 2 days before, and honestly, I was fiending a little. Now, every time I try to quit Nick, I just end up smoking wax like it's Nick, constantly smacking that shit, and there was no exception on this day. I woke up, tapped the pen, got ready, tapped the pen, drove to work, tapped the pen in the work bathroom. So by the time I actually started my shift, I was already faded as hell and doing the worst job to be high at. I mean, after staying up for 8 hours straight and it was like 115 outside. I had no right being that smacked, but I actually started off my day fine. Even got about halfway through the shift before this story really gets started. I already had my lunch, got me a little orange chicken bowl, smacked the pen some more, saw 2 other lifeguards that were completely sober throw up, and then a girl who I knew was 100% smacked off the Benjamin like me, who was at the worst spot holding a height stick and having to check every kid that goes in the pool to see if they're tall enough or need a life jacket. But this girl ends up passing out as I'm going back for my break. She passed out right where she was standing, and I saw paramedics bringing her a wheelchair and then taking her away. And since I wasn't on rotation yet, they decided to make me take her spot. So I'm standing there for not even 15 minutes before I start feeling lightheaded and my vision starts getting all blurry. I had a homie who was in the park as a guest, and he came up to dab me up, and I couldn't even see or recognize who he was. That's how fucked I gone. And I really tried to lock in, but it was not happening. I deadass could not see. So I did my little whistles to call a manager over, and right as I whistled, I was done. I dropped the little height stick, did a damn near faint lean onto the ground, and passed the fuck out. I did get my whistles off though, but instead of the normal leads who would come to help us, and they're like 16, 15, they're about the same age as us, it don't even matter. But of course, I got the park general manager, basically the big boss who's in charge of all the managers and everyone in the whole park. And yeah, he's the one who saw me fent forward onto the ground and passed the fuck out. Now, I've never really passed out before, definitely not from weed, because weed just doesn't do that to you. It was mostly the fact that I was 115 and I was high. But weirdly enough, it felt kind of good. Like I was dead ass hoping a whole dream. Felt like the best sleep of my life. And right before I woke up to the general manager standing over me, pouring water on my head and calling EMS to get a wheelchair, just like the girl before me. I was not having none of that though. I completely sobered up, popped off the ground and said, ain't no way you getting me a wheelchair. So the park manager just walked to first aid with me, asking if I have water today and ate, which I say yes to. But then there's not really a reason for me to just be passing out, so yeah, that's why I'm on drugs, which of course I would never do that, guys. So we just walked to first aid. I got checked out my blood pressure and it was hella low, but that's really it. Like, that's the only problem they found, and they said if it happens again you're getting sent home. You know, alright, I guess I gotta stay today then, which is kinda ass, but I'll do it. I had an extra break, went on with my day, and everything else after that was good. Moral of the story though, know the time and place to be smoking. Definitely not when you're working in the heat. You know, I could have hit my head or some shit, and I know weed itself does not do this to people, but the combination is insane. And we had lifeguards dropping left and right at the beginning of summer until everyone decided, you know, maybe smoking on stand, not the best idea. Thank you guys for watching though. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and this is Fabled. I'll see you in the next one.
I told my name, ride this truck in the fall. Planning out a mission, got tabs on the call. Boy wanna snitch, so I ride him in the hall. Ain't give no fucks, Fabled really about it all.